Yo, fatherhood. Yeah, man. I look at fatherhood as another chance at life. You know, you get the opportunity. I get the opportunity to watch my 5 children grow up, mature, and I get to guide them through that and help them avoid the mistakes that I made. And when they accomplish things and when they're able to avoid those mistakes, man, it's such a rewarding feeling. It just gives you, you know, uh, um, an outlook on life, man, a way to kind of even forgive yourself for the things that you may have done or not done when you were in their position. So definitely love being a father. Couldn't ask for anything else.
I know there's a lot of slight about Father's Day and about how it's celebrated and how women are always recognized for Mother's Day, but I just want to take an opportunity to highlight how much Father's Day means to me. My dad is one of my best friends, and I love him to life, and I can't imagine my life without him. Having him as a father, having him as my best friend has yielded so many benefits. And this one is super special, being that, I've given him every gift possible. And this is my first time actually having to think about what to get him. So with that being said, just know that I love my dad, celebrating all you wonderful and amazing fathers out there, fathers to be and father figures in other people's lives. But happy Father's Day. And that's it.
Happy Father's Day to the real ones out there. The greatest thing about being a father for me, just watching the process of life, just watching them grow, just watching them go through each phase of life. My path for fatherhood has been a little different. My first son was diagnosed with cancer at 5 months, so his first 2 years of his life, he fought that. He's 8 years old now, regular kid. So watching him thrive and play sports, how smart he is, no setbacks from all the chemo, everything he endured. My baby boy just turned 1. He was a preemie, but he's overcame everything. Just be able to be there for them, in a way that I feel like I was kind of robbed of as a child. So being a father is everything for me, man. It's challenging, but it's also fun. I got boys, so I get to wrestle with them, watching my son watch sports with me now. He can tell me stats. Like he just told me Al Horford's the oldest guy we got on the Celtics and all that. Like he's 8 and he knows that. But he gets that from watching me and observing me. So, and man, being a father is dope, man. Shout out to all the real fathers out there, man. Happy early Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Being a father for me, man, is the greatest accomplishment in life. My kids are my everything. I have a stepdaughter. She'll be 18 this year. She's going into her senior year. You know what I mean? She taught me how to be a father before I became an actual father. So, being a bonus dad, all the bonus dads out there too, we matter as long as you're making an impact in those kids' life, man. Being a father is dope. It's a great responsibility, but it's a journey, just watching your kids navigate through this crazy thing called life, man.
Man, being a father means everything to me, man. It's probably my biggest accomplishment as an adult, being a father. And also, you get to see them grow and you get to see yourself, so to speak, in them, like, you 2.0. You get to see the similarities, the type of things that you did as a kid that they do. And also you see the differences, in regards to them being an individual on their own. So being a father, it means everything. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
What it feels like to be a dad, and where do I start? This right here wakes me up every day, keeps me grinding, keeps me focused. It makes me be the dad I aspire to be. I'm not perfect, but I try to change everybody's views on black fathers, and honestly, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Don't worry about what she's doing back there. She always into stuff.
Happy Father's Day to all the real ones. The most revolutionary thing that you can do is to be a man, to be a father to your children. You get a chance to impact the next generation. I love it. I love every minute, the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a father. I have 2 kids that have aspects of my personality that I love and that I hate. I'm here to help them navigate through all of that. And that's your most important goal. I don't want recognition because I'm doing my job. I want recognition so that it can encourage the next generation that this job is the most worthy job that you can have. And then my son's birthday has fallen on the same weekend as Father's Day before. But like this weekend, we're celebrating his birthday again. He calls it his after party. There's a lot of things I could do with that money that we're going to spend on his birthday for myself. I can buy shoes. I can buy other things. But it feels great to be able to sacrifice what you could be doing for yourself for the betterment of your kid. I want to take this time to honor the men that are dope to me. And hopefully we can cut this up and make this a short, Miles. But I want to say thank you to Herb Bailey, my godfather, my brother Stephen Bailey's father, and David, John, and baby Paul. Herb was the guy who was my first coach. He taught me how to swing a baseball bat, taught me how to properly shoot a basketball, took me to FAMU game, got me involved in athletics. Still to this day is a man that I look up to. Taught me how a proper family should look. Him and Kelly were the Huxtables, the real life Huxtables to me. I think they were like the only family in our neighborhood before they moved out that actually had a husband and wife married that lived together. Tony Lightbourne, again, my godfather, another one of my first coaches. Amazing. Him and her both amazing on the grill. Conch salad, conch fritters, everything that you do. My sister Anishka and Junior and Andre's dad. Much appreciate all the times that both you and Herb were there when you didn't have to be. Like you guys took me under. Daryl Shingles, again, he knew my father as well. I appreciate the stories that you told me about my dad. You gave me an image and a vision of my father. You made my father like the second most badass man in the world to me behind Mike Tyson. And I thought my daddy could whoop Mike Tyson's ass. And I appreciate you stepping up for your friend and doing those things. That's important. I found out that I idolized my father because I didn't know. He wasn't there. He's a lot better now, but I appreciate you being there, appreciating my brothers Darian and Francois and all the things. Also appreciate Shingles Chicken House, man. That 4-piece white, double fries, and root beer, and playing the Miss Pac-Man machine. Please open Shingles again. I done lost Lindy's, Shingles, all my favorite places in Tallahassee, man. I need something to come back home to. Joe Nixon. Without Joe Nixon, you don't have James Coleman. Joe Nixon, when I had snuck out of my mama's house. I was in Rockbrook. I was on the corner. All of us dudes were doing something we ain't had no business doing during football camp. I don't know why he was in my neighborhood doing what he was doing. Joe jacked me up, put me on a phone pole, and told me, and looked around and said, all these little N-words are the reason why I wear condoms. You have a future. Stop f***ing it up. I'm going to whoop your ass at practice. That was the first time a man came in where I was at, met me where I was at, challenged me, and told me that this game of football could change my life. Those are 4 black men. The men that y'all say don't exist, that I will never forget what they did for me. Pat Campbell, my high school coach that literally my junior and senior year developed me, taught me about sprint mechanics, taught me about a lot of stuff. But I just want to recognize that he's white. Actually, he's one of the few people that truly make me believe that maybe Christianity isn't all bullshit, because he's a Christian man that I saw walk solid. So whatever you see in me and you like me, what you're seeing is those men and thousands of other men who took time to make me take this little big head boy that was lanky. And these men fed me. These men taught me lessons as being a man. These men, taught me lessons in sports. They taught me how to be tough. And I learned a lot of stuff by them allowing me. And kudos to my mother for having solid men be around me to fill in void, because she did tell me that I can't teach you how to be a man. I can only teach you what I feel a man is. So she put me around men who could teach me how to be a man. And I'm going to lastly end it with this. I love my dad. Thank you. You didn't do everything right. I forgave you for a lot of stuff. You still, but you're still my father. And I look like you. I sound like you. I probably have my athletic ability from you. I have my temper from you. My personality is a lot more like yours. And I really appreciate the grandfather that you've been. And it's dope. The thing that I never had, and I don't know why, don't care, but I appreciate you giving that to my boys. My boys will know both their grandfathers, both their grandmothers, and they will know who they came from. And my boys think that you are a superhero, and I still do. Some of the stories that I share aren't to embarrass, but are to show wild. Like when people think I'm wild, this is who I got the wild stuff from me. I appreciate the advice that you've given me about guns lately. I appreciate the advice that you give me about being safe. I appreciate you being there, man, and I hope that makes you feel good for Father's Day. So that's enough.